Houston in their road red uniforms and LSU in their home whites. A interesting non-conference matchup here in late November. Glad you can be with us right here on the SEC Network. Craig Victor in the starting lineup tonight for LSU. He missed the first 3 games, returned for the trip to the Bahamas. Came off the bench in those 3, but will start tonight. Wears 32 in white for LSU, and LSU has had some trouble holding on to the basketball here of late. Shot clock down to 2. Victor gets his own miss in the corner. Sampson can't buy it. That putback is up and good from Antonio Blakeney.
It'll be interesting to see if LSU can make some three-point shots. Not a very good three-point shooting team, only shooting 29% from the three-point line. If they want to become a very good team, they're going to have to continue to knock down the three. Great pass right there.
And they're going to have to be able to play a little defense, too. Damian Dotson with the throwdown, the preseason first-team All-AAC performer. Blakeney. Victor, he'll head to the free throw line.
You already see the difference with Victor. Very active on the offensive glass. It's what they're going to need from him. Getting the starting lineup to get themselves going right now.
Devin Davis picks up the foul. And Craig Victor to the free throw line. 3 out of 6 so far this year at the line. And he converts 5-2 LSU. Here's Gray. Rob Gray averaging 18 points a game. He'll get it to the corner, and a 3 ball from Damian Dotson, who's off to a good start. Dotson, the former Oregon transfer.
And on the other hand, Houston's a great three-point shooting team. And, you know, they've been making a three-point shot, especially early on in the season.
And here's an example of that from Dotson a moment ago.
Simple play, drive and kick, get an open look.
Dotson continues the hot hand from behind the arc. He's a 53% shooter. He is now 16 of 29. As a team, this Houston club at 46% from behind the arc. Sampson's 3. He knocks it down.
It's a big 3 there. I told you, they can make some three-point shots. They become a better team.
Johnny Jones telling us that the numbers don't indicate how this team shoots in practice. They're a pretty good shooting team. It just hadn't translated to the games.
You don't count in practice, though.
They don't. Here's Gray. He knocks down another one. And Gray, he came in 39%. He knocks down his 10th of the year.
Yeah, Houston's a very, very good shooting three-point team.
Swap. They're going to say offensive foul. Knowles takes the charge. That'll be the first on Dwap.
Got to be a little patient right there. They double teaming. You got to recognize that. They're not going to let them just play one-on-one in the post, so they got to be patient when they get the ball inside.
Dwap has fouled out twice so far in 6 games for LSU. Robinson, nice pass to Davis. Blocked, and LSU back the other way. Here's Blakeney. A 12-footer fall away, no good. Davis the rebound.
He's struggling a little bit on Blakeney this year. Last year he averaged 18.6, only averaging 14 points a game right now. Probably pressing a little bit. But when he gets it going offensively, he could be one of the top scorers in the SEC.
Houston out in front by 2. They are 4 of 5 from the field to start this game. A little up and under move by Sampson won't go. Gets his own miss. Here's Blakeney. Wide open 3. Got it. Talk about a guy that needs that. Blakeney was 21% from the arc. He's 7 of 29 now.
2 threes for LSU in the early going.
foul on Reith, and that'll send Devin Davis to the free throw line. The second foul on Reith.
I don't mind him challenging that shot right there. I mean, he has to be inside, and you know it's a tough play. You got to stay in front of your man. You put your defensive guy in jeopardy when you do that. But now he probably has to sit the rest of the half. It's going to be tough. This is a guy that's been the most consistent player for them for 6 games, and now may have to play the whole first half without him.
And you're losing your leading scorer and your leading rebounder, who's now sitting on the bench with 16:08 to go in the first half with 2 fouls. That'll get Epps on the floor. And so Victor working the paint, and that's the area Kelvin Sampson said that Houston was at a major disadvantage in tonight, and that was inside game.
And you can tell because he's double teaming right away, in the double teaming these guys in the block, not letting them work one-on-one. So you definitely can understand why he's in the double team. LSU has to continue to take advantage of that.
Tigers by 1. Blakeney trying to make it 3. Won't go. Saved right to Victor and takes it again. Can't convert. Epps throws it up and he's fouled by Knowles.
Wow.
Timeout on the floor. We thought they'd get up and down. That's exactly what's occurred here. A lot of points here.
Get on the bench with 2 fouls. They're going to continue to need Victor to be good today.
There's Johnny Jones. Talked to him about last year, and I think everybody knows that certainly with Ben Simmons, expectations were high. Ben Simmons, first pick of the draft for the 76ers. Everybody knew his talent, but you know, there's so many elements that go into having a great season, and there were injuries to other players that certainly pieces to that pie that kind of hampered the progress of that team.
Yeah, you got a guy. Remember, people got to realize Ben Simmons was the #1 pick in the NBA draft. That means he was better than pretty much everybody else in the country. So you got to have guys that are willing to play with him. He's one of the most unselfish players that we've seen in college to be able to pass the basketball at the level he does. So people got to understand it's tough when you don't have you got to have the right personnel playing with a guy like Ben Simmons.
Houston right now. There's Gray missing. Houston trailing by 2. Trying to stay unbeaten. They are 5-0. Coming off an 83-53 win over Cornell on Saturday. They have been demolishing opponents. They're averaging 85 points a game, giving up 58 points a game. But their defense, in terms of points per game allowed, is 10th in the country right now. Their field goal percentage is 9th best in the country. 3-point shooting is 2nd best in the country. But they step it up a level right here in competition on the road at LSU.
Say that I don't want to take away from their victories. 5-0 is 5-0, but the quality of competition hasn't been what they're seeing tonight.
Cougars will reset it. And a turnover. We'll give it back to LSU. Tell you what, the other aspect of this Houston team, and you talk to Coach Sampson about him, what he's like is they hold on to the basketball. They turn it over 9 times a game. That is 4th in the country to this point. That's their first giveaway of the evening.
He's got a solid backcourt.
Blakeney trying a high-arching finger roll. That was partially blocked, and here goes Houston back the other way. That one goes down for Rob Gray, averaging 18 points a game.
He's got a kind of an unorthodox shot, but he has a great game. He can score the basketball a lot of ways. Kind of reminds me, I don't know if you remember Calvin Martin, with his kind of just release a little bit and kind of the way he plays. Just a pure scorer.
A nice release from Brandon Sampson, the sophomore from right here in Baton Rouge. He now has a couple of threes and 6 points here in the opening half. That's a 2. Sampson had his hands on it and lost it. Last touch by LSU. It'll belong to Houston.
That's huge for LSU. They were coming into the game. The last 2 games, they were 7 for 30 from the three-point line. Now you got 3 threes you've made already early on in the first 6 minutes of this game. You got to feel good if you're LSU right now.
Down in the Bahamas, they were 11 of 55 from behind the arc, 20% in the battle for Atlantis. Boy, it looked like Gray may have put a nice acting job on that one. That'll go on Blakeney. That'll be his first.
LSU hasn't been great on defense, but tonight they look really good. Very active, keeping guys in front of them. If they can go out the three-point line, they should have a good chance tonight to win this ball game. They got to stop this team from shooting the threes, though.
Tell you what, you just can't make contact on the perimeter.
Not in college basketball.
Cannot do it. Meyer. A little too strong for the big fella. Blocked by Epps from behind, but a foul in the process. And that'll send Colley to the free throw line. Bertrand.
You get them to miss the three-point shot. You got to come up with that defensive rebound. One thing that LSU has to do tonight is control the glass, offensively and defensively. This is too good of a three-point shooting team to give them second chances.
Colley out of Cameroon. Junior college transfer. Played his first couple of years at Lee Junior College. And a lane violation against LSU.
There you go. Little small mistakes like that. You don't want to get him another free throw shot. You give him to miss 2 free throws. You want to come up with that rebound, not get a lane violation.
Remains the freshman from Baton Rouge, number 4, on the floor now.
That double team in the post, big fella, you got to be willing to get it out, pass it out. They're giving you an advantage, giving you an opportunity to hit somebody open. See, as soon as that double team come right there, you got to come off of it. You got to get it up and swing the ball around and try to get somebody for an open shot.
Here's Meyer. Robinson. Meyer off the mark again. Sampson the rebound.
Another good defensive stop for LSU. I like that defense. Closing out to the big. Making sure that you put a contested shot up. You got to like that. Got to get rid of it. Look at that wide open shot right there.
And not a smart foul from Albert Robinson, the third. The junior out of Garland, Texas, picks up that foul. But LSU leads by 2 as we have a timeout.
Going to really help Reef as far as being able to help rebound, block some shots, bring some energy. So he's going to make them a lot better. I think the big thing for them is, can Antonio Blakeney get back to 18.6 a game? I mean, we saw him tonight. He's struggling a little bit offensively. Got 3 to go. But he has to make those open three-point shots for this team.
Galen Robinson Jr., who only scores about 4 a game. That's because he's handing out assists left and right. Speaking of assists, how about that pass from the freshman Mays? A little helper, and LSU answers right back. Wes Van Beck on the floor, and now we have a hurt Houston player down on the floor.
No, we got a hurt Houston player on the floor, but LSU's going to play with that energy and effort, scrappy, getting them. Looked like it was the ankle more so than knee, right? Maybe sprained his ankle there a little bit. We'll
check him out over there on that Houston bench. Conrad Knowles will check in for Davis. In the corner, Dotson can't get it to go. That shot swatted out of there by Sampson.
Great block.
Boy, Sampson's doing a lot tonight for this LSU team. And Beck picks up his first.
It's a great athletic play right there.
LSU leads it by 2. 10.5 to play for the PMAC. Boy, not a good pass by Victor, trying to feed it to Epps down low. 4th turnover, and Houston makes him pay as Rob Gray.
Well, you can tell LSU hasn't won against double teaming in the post because they never had that type of habit to them yet in the first 6 games of the season. And they didn't know they was going to come out and do this tonight. So they're struggling a little bit. As the game goes along, you want to see them guys continue to try to get better at handling that double team in the post.
Blocked again, this time Victor. Victor setting up on that low block. Last touch by Houston. It'll belong to LSU with a fresh shot clock.
It's a good move. You can get that right there, but I see why Houston's double teaming. He got right at the basket there. Came up a little short on the bunny, but they're not going to let you work down there. They're going to double team a little bit. They got to be willing to be passes too.
And here comes Davis back on the floor. Also checking in is Galen Robinson Jr. And a hold on the inside against Danrad Knowles before they even inbounded. That's a second on Knowles. Kelvin Sampson not afraid to play a couple of guys with 2 fouls. Davis has 2, Knowles has 2.
This was good to have a veteran ball club.
Epps. Entry to Victor. Houston got off to a great start. They had 5 of their first 6 shots, Antoine, and now they are just 3 of their last 12.
Kind of, if you can guard the 3-point line, you can kind of control Houston. That's what it looks like early on.
Nice save over there by Dotson. Keeps it alive. Here's Gray. Nice dish inside to Davis. He can't convert. Rebound into the hands of Blakeney. Victor again. They didn't double, and he had a nice look, a little too strong.
I like that, though. I continue to go inside from them. That's going to be quality offense for them. If they wouldn't have passed the basketball when they get double teamed, that's going to be quality offense as the night continues to go.
Davis, good jump hook. And a foul as Chicken Knowles will head to the free throw line. That'll be the second on Epps.
For an LSU team that hasn't been very great defensively all season long, they're active, blocking shots, getting their hands in the passing lanes. I like what I've seen from them defensively tonight.
Knowles, 75% at the line, coming in, knocks that one home. 8:14 to go opening half. Kelvin Sampson now in his 3rd year at Houston. He has been a head coach 28 seasons at the collegiate level. Sims out of the corner won't go. It'll belong to LSU. Oh, excuse me, to Houston. LSU playing some pretty good basketball here against an undefeated Houston team.
And he has tonight. I mean, one thing I like about him, and you don't see it sometimes with a lot of scores, for a guy that's averaging almost 19 points a game, he don't force shots. He lets the game kind of come to him. So I want to continue to see how that goes when they need him to score a bucket.
Here's Dotson. Sims comes away with it. Nice ball handling skills from Mays. He'll take it off the side of the backboard. Kept it alive, though. Gets it to Sims. The sack ball knocks it home. The freshman from Baton Rouge.
You got to like LSU defense right now. Very active, getting their hands on balls.
Well, we haven't heard a lot from Patterson or Blakeney. Two guys we thought we'd talk a lot about.
Well, but just because of the backcourt matchup with Robinson and going against Robinson and Gray, you thought they would have to have really big games tonight to have a chance to win.
17th foul against LSU. First foul on Patterson.
But you got to love what Brandon Sampson's doing right now on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively, being very active, and then obviously Craig Victor inside being dominant.
10 points for Rod Gray, preseason. Second team all AAC. Sims went with the right hand. Misfired. Gray trying to go baseline, but Sampson has none of that.
Good defense right there.
Knowles. Well, nice job. Gray got the double team, kicked it.
That's why I say he's patient. For a guy, like I said, for a guy who scores the basketball as much as he do, very patient, lets the game come to him, gets his other teammates involved. That's what you got to love about him.
This Houston team averaging 18 assists per game. Second best in the country to this point. I know it's early, but that's a ton of assists. Houston leads it by 1. Gray all the way through. Lays it up and in. Thought he was fouled.
Patient. I like him. He's a patient scorer.
Gray has 3 games of 20-plus points. On his way to that number here tonight. Off the backboard goes Brandon Sampson. That ended a 6-0 Houston run. And we're tied at 26. Victor with a steal.
Victor Sampson.
And Knowles just picked up his 3rd.
If I'm LSU, they shoot a lot of threes. So a team that doesn't shoot the 3 ball really well. They do take get a lot of attempts up. They're talking about it all night. Just active hands, being active on the defensive end, getting involved. And they've done that all night.
Sampson all the way through the lane. Doug Sermons on the baseline says offensive foul against Sampson. And Colley draws the charge. That'll be the first on Sampson.
Yeah, great call. He was there waiting on him. LSU got to get the ball inside. See if they're going to double team. When you get into the half-court section, you're walking it up, throw it inside to Craig, and see if they're going to double team and play off him. You get quality shots that way.
Houston shooting 41%. LSU at 37%. Gray up and under with the left hand. He's just a flat-out scoring machine. 13 in the game. Victor blocked by Colley.
Ooh, that was close.
Up ahead. Gray bumped. He's going to the line. Boy, it looked like Dunnigan had the layup. Gave it back to Gray.
A little nervous right there. Yeah, you gotta lay that up.
Foul on Victor, his first. 9th team foul. Next one, and Houston will be shooting 2 the rest of the half. And Gray with a soft touch. 80% foul shooter. Skylar Mays back on the floor, and Patterson to the LSU bench. As Patterson sits down, no points, no shots. He has zeros across the board with the exception of a couple of fouls.
Rob Gray, you got to remember, he had to set it. He had 31 points against LSU last year. You know, he's very confident, you know, going up against LSU. He's already a confident player, so they're going to have to do a better job of guarding him. You may have to think about putting a double team on him if you're LSU.
Gray scored 8 of Houston's last 13 points and has given the Cougars a 4-point advantage. Sampson got it. Sampson with another 3. Sampson now with 14. Well, he and Gray have been awesome to watch here in the first half. Davis goes with the left hand.
He might have got away with one right there. That was close.
Davis with 4. Blakeney. Now it's Victor, a little too strong. Blakeney with the rebound. Second chance, he goes up, and we'll get it to go down. Good work. And come on.
Beat our rivalry, Louisville. 7-5 now, getting us a bowl game. This is huge for us.
Big weekend for Cats.
This has been a really entertaining game. 2 teams evenly matched. You got to actually like the fact that LSU has put themselves in a great position without their best player so far this season.
Dwop Reith left the game with about the 16-minute mark as Dotson buries a 3. Dotson with his second 3 of the game. Give him 8 points. But Dwop Reith has been sitting with 2 fouls since about the 16-20 mark of this first half, but yet LSU hanging around with the unbeaten Houston Cougars.
That's the thing, too. You got to have some confidence, too. Sometimes with your best player, you may have to have some confidence that he can play with, too. No, he's a big, so it's a little tougher to trust the bigs in a situation like that, but it's tough. 16 minutes, he barely broke a sweat.
Been practicing all week. All through all the shoot-arounds, practices. Having to watch this one as Elbert Robinson III, the junior, getting that one to go down.
It's important the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds for LSU to make sure that they stay in this game and not let Houston go on a run here. They gave up a 3-point shot in the last possession. They come back to the same play again.
Robinson kicks to the corner. That one's off the mark from Van Beck. And Robinson the rebound. 5 on 4. Robinson. Colley was late getting back, and that gave Robinson the free pass to the basket.
LSU bigs have been very effective tonight. Played very well. Good way to run the floor, big fella.
Brandon Sampson with his second. That is 10th team foul, so 2 free throws. Ooh.
Yeah, fell down right there. Got an opportunity. Robinson getting out, running, not worrying about his defender, and getting the layup.
Free throws tonight. Houston 7 out of 10. LSU's only been there 4 times tonight. 2 out of 4 at the line.
That's what happens when you get a couple threes to go down.
Start lining the jump shot. To 1:47 to go, and it's a 2-point Houston advantage. Boy, Robinson's a big boy. 7'1", 290 underneath. Guys flying all over him, hanging on him. That is a lot of man wearing that 3 jersey. Van Beck picks up the foul.
But you got to like him because he has soft hands. He can finish around the rim. Obviously, he's a little slow right now. Probably could stand to lose maybe 10 pounds. But a big fella like this that's got soft hands, good footwork, you can get quality, productive minutes out of him.
Now 4 of 10 at the free throw line. He averaged 2.4 points, a couple of rebounds a year ago. Career high 10 points last season. Game against South Alabama.
I thought I had some big feet. He got some big feet too. I'm about 20. Ooh. Yeah, about size 20 right there.
That's a big feat.
I played with Shaq. Shaq played at 22, 23. So I don't seem bigger.
.120 to go. Dotson comes off a screen, and they're going to say a moving screen on Meyer. Shaq, of course, one of the greats here at LSU. There's his jersey hanging up, and he wears the 3, not the 33. He wears the 3.
But he got the big feet like Shaq. He's got to get his game together like big fella.
Well, Robinson will pick up the foul. That'll be his second.
I think if you Johnny Jones, you got to feel good because you're discovering things about your team now. Playing against a solid quality opponent, even though they have played some quality opponents already. But at home, this is kind of a swing game. You know, it's going to be tough for LSU. They don't have another game, I think, until December 13th. So this is going to be a big game for them to win and have some confidence after they take the break. I know they got some exams coming up.
And they're having to play this first half without Reith right now.
Lane violation called against the Cougars.
Houston with the lane violation. Now, you mentioned that the next game is not until the 13th against North Carolina Central.
Yeah, that's a long layoff.
Sims, strong with the right hand. We've seen him use the left hand, going with the right hand.
Like I said, I think Coach Jones is discovering what his players can do right now. This is a quality opponent in Houston, and these guys are responding.
1-point game, 30 seconds to go before the break. Here's Gray. He's had a good first half, but lost the handle on that possession, and a scramble for it, I think a foul. Give it to Meyer. They're going to give it to Meyer, his second. That's the 9th against the Cougars.
LSU defense, again, I keep talking about it. Their hands, they're very active, getting their hands on balls, creating steals, blocking shots, doing a great job defensively.
Marshall Graves, the freshman, out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana, getting some work here in the first half. Can't convert. Shot clock is turned off, and Kelvin Sampson wants a timeout.
30-second timeout.
Houston shooting 46%, LSU at 40%. By Slamma-Jamma days.
And that's what I'm going to say with the Flash. Clyde Drexler, Team Elijah with those guys down there.
They also just came off a tournament victory. They won their first regular season tournament since 1991.
Wow. Calvin Sampson's got the program going in the right direction.
Robinson lost the handle. LSU on a run out. Mays to Blakeney, got it to go, and that'll do it for the first half. And LSU will take a 1-point lead into the locker room.
Great defense in the first half, so huge for them.
Rob Gray, averaging 18 points a game through 5, continues his hot play as he led the way offensively, 5 of 7 from the field.
Very impressed by this guy's poise, the pace he plays at, lets the game come to him. Usually when you see a guy averaging 19 points a game, he's jacking up a bunch of shots. This guy gets it done in an efficient fashion.
At 15 in that first half as we are underway. And right away, Craig Victor will throw one down as he beats Houston back down the floor. And LSU out in front by 3 here to start the second half.
Again with the defense, getting out on transition. This is what they did the first half. Get able to keep active hands. Now to get out and get it done.
And a bump on Sampson. That'll be his 3rd foul. And Wap Breath, who had 3 minutes and change of action in the first half because of foul trouble, back on the floor now to start the second half for LSU.
Sampson's playing too good to really try to get, got to be a little bit more disciplined on the defensive end. Don't want to get this 4th foul here and have to sit most of this half.
3 ball out of the corner, no good. Misfire from Damian Dotson.
LSU did a great job in the first half of defending the 3, only giving up 3 for 9 from the 3-point line.
Little floater in the lane goes down from Jalen Patterson. And for Patterson, his first basket on his first shot.
It might be his first time he looked at the basket all night.
Davis, little spin. Davis now with 6. There goes Reed.
Versatility, that's what we talked about. Being able to put the ball on the floor, he can do a little bit of everything. And see if he can get going. If he gets going, it's going to give Houston a lot of trouble. That's when he sees it coming right now. I think this is a great timeout by Calvin Sampson.
Well, you know Reed's going to score, right? So nobody guards him. And Houston wants a timeout. Eggers came over, talked to us here at the table, reminisced about catching up with you. Said he caught up with you in North Dakota?
Yeah, Randy Livingston was the head coach. I was trying to play ball in the D-League towards the end of my career, and he came down to see Randy in Bismarck, North Dakota. Coldest place on earth.
Quick to remind you how cold it was. Devin Davis now with 8 points as Houston quickly gets on the board out of that timeout. 3-point lead for LSU. Patterson. That's off the mark. Blakeney, second chance opportunity. Tapped around to Patterson. Well, he had 3 good looks at it.
Yeah, that's the plays, though. First half, that's what LSU held their hat on. They got 17 second chance points to Houston's 2 the first half. So right back to doing the same thing inside of the game. Now, you got to show me something now, Big. Show me something now.
Blakeney had it knocked out of his hands by Gray. It'll belong to Houston.
I was looking for the athletic finish.
Gray strips it away from Blakeney, and now Houston down 3. Van Beck took it right into Reed.
That's a great defensive play by Reed. To be able to now take the body contact, keep his hands straight up. Now they don't call a foul against him. So now if I'm LSU right now, get back to going inside. See if they're going to double team your guys in the post. See if they're going to double team Reed and Victor in the post. Go back to doing what you did well the first half.
Davis picks up the foul. It'll be his second. Blakeney high arching with a baseline runner.
I love that set right there. Ran it for an ISO set. They felt like Blakeney had the mismatch. He went right to his move. Didn't mess around with the ball. Great play.
Davis in traffic. Reith blocks it. We're going to say a tie-up. Arrow favors LSU.
LSU, there you go again, getting their hands on the ball, being active in the half-court set. Great defense, being active. Then getting on the floor, getting a jump ball.
Brad wanted a travel violation, but Golly never had possession of the ball as he was bouncing on the hardwood.
They're trying to feature this right now.
Reed tried to throw one down with a little too far away from the basket. Houston will have it.
I like good move. It's a better defensive play right there.
Oh, poked away. Good defense from LSU. Patterson. Bump and count it. Boy, Patterson, I think, might have been challenged. He and Blakeney very aggressive here to start the second half.
Great defense again with their hands. And LSU is a pretty good fast break team. If they can actually get some turnovers like that, get on the break, they finish well. They got some athletes on their team. They got guys that can attack the basket. This is something they got to try to hold their head on, get some easy opportunity baskets.
Jalen Patterson converts the three-point play.
I'm with you, Jay. It's like Jalen kind of was just coasting and somebody got on him, and now he's starting to pick it up a little bit.
At least he's looking at the basket.
Yeah, they need him to. I mean, this is a backcourt matchup. Playing good defense right here.
Gray blocked by Reith. Sampson back to Patterson. Cross-court pass. Blakeney got it. Biggest lead of the night. Up to 11 for LSU.
Defense, defense, defense. We saw him make one in the first half to kind of get it going. But when he's able to get wide open three-point shots, sometimes you wonder why you're not making them because you're not getting quality looks. Tonight, they're getting quality looks.
And turnovers have been a big issue for LSU. I mean, it has been a real downfall for the Tigers here to start the season. And tonight, they've really done a nice job holding on to the basketball. Turnovers have been limited to 6 to this point.
Yeah, still, a ton of time left in this game, over 15 minutes to go. But you got to, I would say LSU backcourt has won the war so far.
Nice look and a throwdown from Bertrand Collie.
Coach Sampson is so great out of timeouts. They score every time out of timeouts. That might be that 28-year experience right there.
I mean, they have been dynamite out of timeouts.
Unbelievable.
Collie, by the way, with 7 rebounds, ties his career high. Rim still rattling back at the other end. See if it settles down by the time Houston comes back down the floor here. Here's Gray. Blakeney getting to know him really well here in the second half after a 15-point first half for Gray. Ooh, nice crossover by Dotson. Can't convert though. Entry to Victor, who spins into a double team. And a turnover by Van Beck.
I like that shot, though.
Here's that play out of that timeout for Houston.
Great pass, great finish. I like that post up inside by Victor. I think if you can get quality shots like that at the basket in the half-court set, it's big for LSU because you got to force Houston to either double team. And you're making some threes tonight, so you don't mind a double team coming in the post.
Dotson the rebound. Robinson off to Gray. Short. Another run out by LSU. Blakeney. Up and under. Reed foul. He'll head to the line.
It's a great pass by Blakeney. Pushing, getting out in transition. Kind of the secondary break, finding the big fella underneath the basket for the finish.
Fourth foul on Davis.
Also to the number 3, Armani Brooks. And number 33, Kyle Meyer.
You know what I love about Reed, for a guy who had to sit 16 minutes. He hasn't came out the second half, tried to force anything. He's letting the game come to him. He's been great on the defensive end to start the second half. That's enabled him to get this 11-point lead.
So Davis has picked up 3 fouls here in the second half, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that Reed's on the floor trying to defend him. That's 4 total, and Davis on the bench. Knowles has 3 fouls, and he's back on the floor. Out of the corner, and that goes down for Dotson. Houston was 1 for the last 10 from behind the arc until that one went down. 11 for Dotson. Victor kept it alive. And a bump foul on Meyer.
2 fouls on number 33, Meyer. His 3rd personal, 4th.
3 on Meyer.
Great drive, great kick by Robinson over to the wide open shooter. Dotson's made a couple of those right there from the corner threes. But what you got to like about Houston, even though they're down 9, they're very poised. They're not in a rush. You could tell he has some veteran leadership, that junior, senior leadership. These guys know what they can get. So they're very patient in this. So look for them to try to make a run in the second half. They're not going anywhere in this ball game.
There's 9 juniors and seniors. 5 seniors. So Houston certainly one of the more experienced clubs around.
But I like that shot right there. Going to Reed, they double team, you get a wide open 3-point shot. They got to continue to milk that.
Here's Robinson. That 3 is short. Boy, Houston came in for this game shooting over 45% from behind the arc and really struggling tonight. Blakeney gets that to go. He has 16.
I talked about it early in the first half. They got to get Antonio Blakeney back to what he was able to do last year. This guy's capable of 20-point score night in and night out. He struggled early in the season, but he got a couple threes to go tonight. And you see his other parts of his game have loosened up tonight. We've seen him being athletic. That was a great move right there with the float in the middle. So he's starting to pick it up. This is what you want. You want your best players to start to pick it up, especially in a big game like this at home.
Number 13,
You mentioned Blakeney being a scorer. Last year down the stretch, he stepped it up. Had a career-high 32 against Florida. In the final 11 games of the season, Blakeney averaged 18 a game. They're the SEC all-freshman team. But so far,
he can learn something from Gray a little bit as far as picking his spots, because he's a guy that can go get his own shot. You know, he'll take a couple bad ones, but if he learns how to pick his spots, he could be an efficient 20-point scorer night in the SEC.
Boy, Victor left wide open at the free throw line. Sims back to Victor. A pass almost intercepted and a scramble forward. It'll belong to LSU. 6 on the shot clock.
The double team is coming. He's got to be, you got to make the right decision quick, but you see that. If that ball was on the money, that's another wide open 3-point attempt they can get. So got to keep pounding it inside.
12:08 to play. Sims, 1 on the shot clock, got it to go. How about Wade Sims, his 4th 3 of the year. He has 7.
How about LSU from behind the 3-point line?
They are now 7 of 16. They were really struggling coming in. Just 29%. Second chance opportunity for Houston. Dotson catch, shoot. No good. Offensive foul against Dwop Reith. That'll be his third. History announced on Saturday as he takes over, and you can get rid of the interim tag. Well, you know he is excited. A Louisiana native did a nice job taking over this program, and you never know how it's going to turn out when head football coach is released in the middle of a season, but he certainly kept it going in the right direction. So congrats to Coach O. Rolls around, won't drop for Skylar Mays, but get it to Victor. And that'll drop. Greg Victor, he has 11. Looks like
that's not good.
Reith may have twisted an ankle perhaps as he'll hobble off to that bench. Dwop grew up in Sudan but moved to Perth, Australia when he was 9 to get away from the Civil War in Sudan. And has made his way here to LSU and developed into a really solid basketball player. Here's a steal by
Give me
Victor.
something special.
He completely missed on that. There's nothing special about that.
He ran out of gas.
Look at him.
I'm upset. He ran out of gas.
You scared him. You scared him. Right when you yelled, give me something special, my man traveled with the ball.
I was looking for a highlight right there. Just thought I was going to give me a nice highlight. Man. Wow. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully he's just going to get his ankle retaped.
That was beautiful. I've worked with some analysts before, but I never had one scared guy on a breakaway down.
I spoke too soon. We'll make up for that. Somebody's going to get a breakaway from me.
Antoine, that was beautiful. I got to tell you, that was a first for me.
Man.
Cougars shooting 39%. They were up at 46% in the first half. Having a tough time cracking through this LSU defense. The defense has not been a kind word to LSU the last year and at times the first part of this season, but they have played really well tonight. What is it about the defense tonight that stands out to you for LSU?
I look for the points and the assists and the rebounds, but the blocks and the steals and being able to turn the team over in the half-court set is huge.
Houston 2 for their last 11. Three of those 9 misses were blocks by Reith. Victor tried to throw it down that hangs on the rim, so it'll be a turnover and give it to Houston.
I'm going to have a talk with Victor. Ain't nothing wrong with tapping it back in, laying it back up. Hey, I play below the basket. I wasn't a guy that jumped very high, so I understand that when you're not super athletic. Ain't nothing wrong with a layup. Get you two.
Right. And move on. Here's Gray. Davis bumped, and they're going to say Victor slid into him.
I believe they got that one right. It didn't look like he slid into him.
That'll be the second on Victor. Sims bumps into Dotson. Who did you kind of grow up, try to model your game after a little bit?
Early on when I had a growth spurt in there, but early on it was like Magic Johnson. I was a guy that was tall, 6'8", 6'9", that could handle the basketball. And then when I got to college, Coach Pitino told me I was going to play power forward. I changed my mind a little bit. But in high school and playing on the AAU circuit, I got an opportunity to be a point guard and handle the basketball. But once I got to college, you moved me to power forward, it was over with.
So then who did you decide you wanted to be? Antoine Walker, power forward?
Antoine Walker, the power forward. But see, you got to remember, see, if you watch the program now, everybody was doing what I was doing back then. And I used to get criticized for shooting the threes and being the big that kind of hung around the perimeter. Now, all the power forwards, all they do is
all they do. That's it. That's exactly what they do.
That's what's going to make Reef special, because he can play at the next level because of his ability to step out and put it on the floor and do some things and shoot the three ball. So that's what the game has transitioned to. I wish I still had, 3-4 years left in my body. I probably can go give me 15 a night right now.
And make some money. They're just throwing it at you in the NBA. How'd that discussion go with you and Coach Pitino when he said he wanted to make you a four-man?
It didn't go down well. You know I want to shoot the three. You know I wanted to shoot the three.
Speaking of a three, that one's off the mark from Blakeney.
There you go, big fella. One time for me.
He posts up, throws one down, 13 for Craig Victor.
I was getting worried there.
He finally gets one to go after the traveling violation and the goaltending. And there it's Gray.
It's a tough basket, so patient. This is time right now, and I know we've given Rob Gray a lot of credit on how patient he is scoring the basketball, but he's going to have to start to look and attack the basket. They're down 12 right now. He's the guy on his team that can go get you 20, 25. He has to step up and start looking to score the basketball.
That was his first basket of the second half. Epps with a follow-up. See if Gray can get it going now as he's tracked the cylinder here in the second half. Well, Robinson, who doesn't score a lot. Nice looking shot there inside the arc.
Look good.
Robinson, the point guard, averaging 6.5 assists per game. Leads the American Conference in that department, 15th in the country, but now has 6 points. Blakeney getting it going today. Blakeney, he's up to 18. There's that number you were talking about.
He's got that capability. That was a good move, under control. He's calmed his game down since the first 4 or 5 minutes of his game.
Boy, Gray's just a tough guard. Well, this is the kind of performance Johnny Jones has been waiting for from his club.
Yeah, as a whole, getting good contribution from different guys at different times, especially early on with 16 minutes to go in the first half. Your best player so far during the season gets in foul trouble, and then you're able to withstand that and be only down 1 at halftime or up 1 at halftime. And now you're up 13 points here in the second half with 7 minutes to go.
You see Coach Jones looking down, talking to Dwight Reef, who looked like he might have twisted an ankle or a knee and limped back into that locker room. Looks like a wrap on that right knee. And he just got the nod from the coach, so he will head back in.
Glad to see that. Sampson could get going. He hasn't scored in the second half.
Sampson had 14 in the first 20 minutes. And Dwight back on the floor. Craig Victor to the bench. He has 13 points, 9 rebounds in his first start of the season. Remember, he was suspended first 3 games for violation of team rules. Nice inbounds play, and Epps able to convert. Well, that was just too easy.
Nice. I think even when you look at Craig Victor being out the first 3 games, I just think if you look at LSU, I know it's a 4-2 start, but they haven't had their guys. This is the first game he's getting the opportunity to look at his team as whole. He's still got one kid sitting out right now, so I think he's getting the opportunity to see what he really has.
Talking about Brandon Jenkins, who they anticipate being an outstanding backcourt performer. One more addition to that. Coming off knee surgery, still working his way back. Hope to have him maybe late December.
And I'm sorry, Brandon Jenkins, for not remembering your name. This is a Chicago kid. I'm from Chicago. I feel terrible right now.
No.
It's Proviso East. Chicago product, baby. He played for Donnie Boyce.
Saw Brandon now working today. Saw him shooting the ball. Looks like he's got pretty good range. Will be a nice addition. Junior college transfer. Played on the same team as Dwight Reith, junior college team. How about that?
Wow.
They were probably pretty good, huh?
Like the Pacers right here by LSU. Up 12, you know, getting good looks. Got to control the pace of the game. I like this. Surprise grades out the game for Houston right now. Being there down 12 points with 5 minutes to go, 5:50 to go.
Epps. How about the free throw line jumper? He's got 7. Epps can score the ball now. He had a career high 17 in the opener against Wofford. Here's Davis. Just tough to score against LSU on the interior tonight.
Very dominant.
And this is what Kelvin Sampson said. They just don't have the matchup in the post with LSU. Up ahead to Robinson. Right through Dotson's hands. That is the kind of night it's been for Houston. Got it again. Same spot. Up to a 16-point advantage. Largest lead of the game. With a foul.
It's a bad foul right there by Reith. Them the fouls you got to stay away from. If you want to play 25, 30 minutes a night in this league, in the SEC, you got to stay away from those type of fouls. Just put your hands straight up right there, big fella. You avoid that foul right there. Now you pick up your 4th. I don't know what Jalen Jones really thought he really had, but he's got some movable parts right here. He's got some pieces to the puzzle. I think right now they need to figure out who's going to be in rotation, where guys are going to play at. But he's got some different guys that have stepped up tonight that have earned their way into the rotation.
Good minutes out of Sims tonight. Good minutes out of Mays. Boy, last couple of minutes have been good for him, huh?
Great pass. He's benefited. They double team the post. He gets out there and makes a great pass.
And a foul on Epps. Davis to the free throw line.
This is the versatility that you got.
So a lot at stake. There is going to be a lot of debate happening between now and next week. Wait, what? 3:34 to go in this one.
I'm just happy we got a bowl game, Dave. As long as the Wildcats got a bowl game, I'm happy.
That's it. That's it.
We don't need to be in the playoffs. We don't need to be in the top 4. Just a nice bowl game for us is good.
Happy for Coach Stoops. Didn't look good after first 2 or 3 weeks of the season down there in Lexington.
I know, 7-5 is a great season. Some quality wins in there. None better than beating the Louisville Cardinals.
It had to be nice. That trip back to Louisville. Boy, nice, strong move from Blake. He's got 20 tonight to lead everybody.
I know we haven't talked about it, and it wasn't necessarily a highlight, but you got to think LSU backcourt won this battle tonight.
Yes.
And I love Houston's guards. I think they're very good, but LSU backcourt came to play tonight. This right here is the Antonio Blakely from last year, the last 11 games. Being able to be athletic, to score the basketball, being aggressive. He's done a terrific job tonight.
Last 2 games was 0 for 8 from behind the arc. Had 14 turnovers in the last 4 games. He just kind of struggled a little bit. Just wasn't getting a good vibe.
Got that first 3 to go. Got a couple of layups, and you've seen his whole package come out. The floaters, being able to take guys off the dribble. And he's made some great passes inside, too.
Brooks, nothing but net. Orlani Brooks, the freshman, around Rock, Texas, has 5. Sampson, right through the heart of that defense. Houston shooting 42%. How about LSU this half, shooting 57%. There's a block by Reed. That is 5 blocks tonight. This half.
But that's what impressed me. I talked about in the open. That his ability to play defense is going to be huge. 1.7 blocks a game coming in. He just got to learn how to play defense without fouling. They're going to go at him. You play the likes of Kentucky. They got some inside presence. You got to be ready to play defense without fouling. But great performance for him to keep his head in the game after a guy who didn't get to play really the first half.
Blakely with 23.
I tell you, you see one go in, he started to feel good. It's a huge win for LSU to be able to win this game with 13, 14 days coming up of rest and class to come out and get this win. I think this is a swing win for them.
Saturday, SEC Nation is live from the Georgia Dome in Atlanta for the SEC Championship game. Maria, Tim, Marcus, Paul, and Laura will break down everything from the gridiron all the way to the grill. SEC Nation presented by Dr. Pepper. It starts 10 a.m. Eastern right here on the SEC Network. It's also streaming live on the ESPN app, and you can see it on Watch ESPN. How about Blakely and Sampson? They've hit 7 of 12 from behind the arc. Houston just 5 of 16 as a team.
Confidence building. This is how you build confidence. These guys can take this game and they look at this film and see, 1, how they scored, 2, how they shared the basketball and everybody got involved. And I think for Coach Jones, this is one thing he figured out about his team, that he's got a lot of parts to his team that he can play a lot of different lineups. So now with 13, 14 days, like 13 days of practice, the stuff that you can instill, the lineups that you can actually try, it's second to none right now for them. This is a huge win for them.
23 assists for LSU on 36 field goals. Shot clock violation.
And don't forget about their defensive effort. This is a great defensive effort by LSU. This is the reason why they won this game tonight. They're up 20 points.
I guess the team came in averaging 85 points a game, shooting 51% from the floor.
And you hold them, probably to under 70 points. It's a huge, huge win for them.
Well, Johnny Jones today, shoot around. He was a little focused. I've been to a lot of LSU shoot arounds over the last few years from Johnny Jones. And
I mean, rightfully so. You got to think they didn't play particularly well in the Bahamas. And, you're coming at home against a tough Houston team, a team that's 5-0. I mean, you're gonna be a little irritable.
And you're off for 2 weeks after this one.
Yeah, and you're gonna be a little irritable, and you know what your team is capable of. Like he talked to you earlier, you said he felt like he had a good three-point shooting team, but shooting 29%. When you look at the numbers, it don't look like you're pretty good. But tonight, they showed they could be a very good three-point shooting team. I think the quality of shots they took tonight and the sharing the basketball really made this game special. On top of their defensive effort.
Houston will fall to 5-1. LSU will go to 5-2. And the Tigers will take a couple of weeks off here. Next game's not until December 13th. They have exams coming up. With 20 seconds left, Houston will have it. And with the Cougars up next for them, December 3rd, they'll host Prairie View A&M. And then they'll take on Arkansas on the road.
Another SEC school. Tigers should be excited. Great win for them tonight. Good team effort.
Great night of hoops for LSU. After a disappointing trip down in the Bahamas, this is a good way to start your exam.